Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'll be going through the pairs that I'll be watching out this coming week. So we'll start with the first pair, which is US dollar against the Japanese yen. As you can see, we are on the weekly time frame, and on the weekly time frame US dollar against the Japanese yen was forming a rising channel which had been touched the first time, second time, and on the third time, if we go down to the daily time frame, we can see that it approached that channel on the third touch in form of a rising wedge, and then it impulsed down. And if we go down to the 4 hour time frame, we can see that it impulsed down, and to me this right here looks like a continuation structure, which is a rising channel. And as you can see, it has been touched the first time, the second time, and now the market, we are expecting it to come back up here for the third touch. And it's go as it is going up for the third touch, you can see there is a double top area up here, which I've marked using this ray line. And there is also a structure inside that bigger structure. If we go down to the 1 hour time frame, we can see that it's forming another structure. So next week I'm expecting the market to come here to the third touch. If it gets there impulsively, I'll wait for the market to impulse back down and form a continuation, and then I'll enter on the break of that continuation structure. And if it comes up here in form of a correctively, I'll enter with a risk entry from up here with my stop loss just above the structure. So that's our first pair that I'll be watching out this coming week. So we'll go to the next pair, which is New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. We'll start with the weekly time frame. You can see on the weekly time frame it's impulse. If we go down to the 1 hour time frame, you can see that it impulse, and right here it's forming some sort of a continuation structure. We go down to the 4 hour time frame, you can see that it has already touched this continuation structure the first time, the second time. So this coming week I'm expecting it to come back down here for the third touch, and if it impulse and give me if it comes down here correctively, I'll enter with a risk entry. But if it gets down here impulsively, I'll wait for the impulse up and a continuation structure, and then I'll enter on the break of that continuation structure. And with that, we go to the next pair, which is Canadian dollar against Japanese yen. We go to the daily time frame. We'll see that it it formed a reversal structure up here, and it impulsed down, and then after the impulse down, now it's forming a bigger continuation structure in form of an expanding triangle. And the market has touched that expanding triangle the first time, second time. Now it's already on the third touch. We'll go down to the 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, we can see that it's forming a reversal structure inside that bigger continuation structure in form of a rising wedge. And up here you can see on the 1 hour time frame, it's forming some sort of a rising channel. So this is one of the pairs that I'll be watching out from Monday to Wednesday. I hope it will form a convincing structure. It forms If it forms a convincing structure, I'll enter with a risk entry. If the structure won't be convincing, I'll wait for an impulse down on and then I'll wait for an impulse down and a continuation structure. I'll enter on the break on the of the continuation structure, either on the 1 hour time frame or the 15-minute time frame. So we go to the next pair, which I'll be watching this coming week, is New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. On this pair, we can see that the market on the weekly time frame, we can see that it was forming a bigger structure on the weekly time frame, which looks like a falling channel. If we go to the, you can see on this channel the market had touched it first time, second time, and on the third touch it impulsed up. On the daily time frame, we can see that after this impulse up, right now it's forming some sort of a continuation structure. If we go down to the 4 hour time frame, we can see that the market had touched this structure. Last week it was three times, but it went up correctively and then it has now impulsed down. So this coming week, I'm waiting for the market to come back down here for another touch, the third touch. If it continues coming down here impulsively, I'll wait for the market to impulse up, and then I'll wait for the market to impulse up and form a continuation structure, and I'll enter on the continuation structure. But if it comes down correctively in form of a structure, a reversal structure, I'll enter with a risk entry down here with my stop loss just below the structure. So we go to the next pair. The next pair on my watch list for this coming week is Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc. We'll go to the weekly time frame. We can see that it was inside this bigger structure on the weekly time frame. If we go down to the daily time frame, we can see that the market is coming down to this that touch correctively in form of a falling wedge. If we go to the 4 hour time frame, we can see that the market touched this falling wedge three times. First time, second time, and on the third time it moved up correctively and then came back down and formed a double top area down here, and it impulsed up. And to me this looked like a continuation structure. If we go down to the 1 hour time frame, we can see that it's coming down, but it looks like it will come back down to these areas down here to form a double bottom, double bottom, or it might also form a expanding triangle. So for this, I'll wait for the market to reach this area down here or down here, and then I'll wait for the market to impulse back up and form a continuation structure. For this, I might enter on the 15 minutes time frame or the 1 hour time frame. And with that, we move to the next pair on my watch list for this coming week, which is Euro against the Swiss franc. If we go up to the higher time frame, the weekly time frame, we can see that it was forming a structure and it impulsed up. On the daily time frame, we can see that it impulsed up. The impulse was not that strong, but to me this looks like an impulse and a continuation. You can see that the market attacked this continuation structure the first time, second time, and now it is approaching it for the. It has already touched it the that time, and it approached the that touch in form of a reversal structure, which is a falling wedge, and it formed a small impulse, which you can see on the 1 hour time frame. The impulse was not that strong. It formed an impulse, and right now, to me, this looks like a correction, and the structure has been touched the first time, second time. So Monday or Tuesday, I'll wait for the market to come back down to this area. It might form a double bottom, or it might not even get to the double bottom. It might just get to the third touch and impulse up, form a correction, and continue. So we can also see that to this looks like if it reverses from here, the structure will be an head and shoulder. You can see the left shoulder. This looks like the left shoulder. This is the head, and this might be the right shoulder for the market to continue going back up. So guys, that has been our video for today. Those are the pairs that I'll be watching for this coming week. These others are wildcard. To me, they are not that convincing, but I'll be watching them to see what they'll be doing this coming week. If they form convincing structures, I might enter. If they won't form convincing structures, I won't enter. But these six pairs right here, they are my top priorities for this coming week. So guys, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel and like and watch the previous video. Thank you for watching.